And a good warm welcome to every single one of you today. Thank you so much for joining us. It's PUBG Africa Season 2. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's so excited to start off the season finally. And we have sponsors on board as well. Proudly sponsored by PUBG and We Buy Cars. Thank you so much for them to making this all possible for us. The guys are just about to get ready to go, but everybody's going to be playing for $1,400 prize pool that is there at the finals for the top 8 teams. And there's a little bit of side money there for winning chicken dinners along the road as well, which will come into effect later on in the season. That amounts to, in South African rands, around about 20,000 rand, which is the largest prize pool Africa has seen entirely in PUBG. So it's going to be an epic season. I'm excited to see what happens. The guys are all in the plane. We're ready to go for the first match. It is a winner-winner chicken dinner format here. So whoever wins gets placed into the champions battles for next week, on week number 2 for next week Sunday. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to start season 2. And here we go. Everybody's jumping out of the plane. We can see White Rabbit Gaming, a fairly new names there. 2 new names there. Soda and Chris Ed have joined White Rabbit Gaming there alongside Unfixed and Unknowns. Team Diversity returns. Gonna go heading over towards Nova there. And pretty much same look team here for Inexorable Gaming. The team I think most people would want to be trying to beat here. And it looks like High Voltage, which has been renamed from Zero Byte Esports, is kind of wanting to contest here on towards Inexorable Gaming. And what can we see here? It looks like Hot Diggity is going to get to that esports spawn first, but he's going to have to relinquish this compound to Alperinkle. And he's going to now see if he can maybe spot out there. You can see he's trying to see what he can spot out there, but Hot Diggity going to be along his way. On the top on the Death Road, you can see but Hicken, Leet and Milton going to be flowing just a little bit further in as the circle pops into the center of the island. And we're going to go through these teams as well. A bit of new faces here and there on these teams. It's just going to be interesting to see what happens here. We got the MLC Devils going to be heading over towards Rozak. And Wally is actually going to get a run over there on the one member of the MLC Devils. Yus9, the first person to get killed in this match. Kills don't matter. Points don't matter. It's only you win the chicken dinner, and that's all that matters in this week. You have to win the chicken dinner to qualify, and there will be 16 games, which will give us our top 16 for the champion battle in week number 2. The rest of the teams will follow suit into the challenger battle, which is played next week, Thursday. So we've got 4 days of great PUBG action that's going to be coming into effect here. And really looking forward to it as well. That is for sure. As I'm busy just trying to sort out some notifications here that are popping up. I don't want to see any notifications coming in. Just make sure that we don't get any of that coming through. That's just a weird thing that just coming through today, to be honest. Anyway, cool. So we've got here. So I expect these teams to be very, very passive in the way they're going to be playing tonight and throughout the week as well. So it's going to be interesting to see. We also got Fractus here with Critzy joining up in Practice Gaming here. He's got alongside Diggs, Wally and Jaru. So they're going to be, it's going to be interesting to see how Critzy fares with the team as well. They've been having some good results inside the scrims that we've been hosting through the break period. So really cool to see Critzy joining a team alongside his ex-teammates who have joined into White Rabbit Gaming here. We got Chris Ed, who's now joined on White Rabbit Gaming side, and also alongside him is going to be Soda as well, which they kind of taken up this XVG X and 5 XX spot here. Has Soda and Chris Ed obviously adopted the mentality into White Rabbit Gaming alongside Unknown and Unfixed. So they're going to be taking up Milter which is interesting to see in as well. And we got here Stickend, who is playing now for the Microtech Esports. Previously was for the Rusty Revolvers team before they rebranded themselves as well. Frenchie, DJ Epics, and Bowser also inside the Microtech Esports team, as we see Abdu going to be taking a couple shots there from Born to Lead over towards Microtech Esports as they get that UAS out of the way. As we have a look here at the Born to Lead team, Hunter X, Abdu, and it's Charbel. Charbel, previously for the Majesty team. We've played a couple of matches with them, now joining with the Born to Lead members. Good to see him still around and playing for some teams. And we also got here the... Let's have a look at also the new look of the Legends. We've got Anonymous, who still heads up in the team. The young gun who's shown a lot of promise over the last season of Season 1. And we also got Kazi Wazi, who's a brand new joining there. And their names have changed. Firestorm and Juzo, who's also still inside this team. Good to see them all panning out, all in one card. Not the best option in these early stages, but it looks like they're going to get themselves another UAS and get themselves running and going yet again. And we are really looking forward to seeing what they can do as well. Looking up to the north, we also got a pretty much brand new team. Look here for Mates Alliance Gaming. We've got Mr. Beef Chuck, Vent, Paddy TV, and Patrick Brew. And you know, they've also had a shuffle in there. They got a couple teams coming into the PUBG African League. They also got Slick Daddy Club, who's been reassigned into Mates Alliance Gaming, and as well as we got the Quick Draw Mag guys also coming through there as well. I do apologize for that little notification coming up at the top right. I'm not entirely sure why it's coming there, but you know, we'll try and sort it out as much as possible. As we just have a look over here quickly, I'm going to go over to the map stream, seeing what the rotates. NX Smurfs are already making their rotations. Looks like the members of the as I just busy try and see what I can spot out here quickly, just to just take that off there. That should be fine now. As we go over towards Inexorable Narco, going to be making his movement. I expect a lot of people to try, and I don't see Fractus Gaming making their movement out of school. And we look at the members of Against All Odds. Deathmog and Dragon LTU have been killed as well. Whisker and Venom still alive here, as they're going to be riding past the MLC Esports team, as they take a couple shots over towards them as they just continue on their way here. And we have a look at the NLC squad here. We've got Scream, we got OMG, Apache, and Just Better all there. Pretty much new look team as well. It's going to be so interesting to see how all these teams, you know, players do like to change. They like to, you know, shuffle around. It happens in the professional scene as well. As the Smurfs are going to take a couple shots over towards Patrick gets taken out there by Swifter. Swifty with the UMP still. Such a god with that weapon. The man is just insane. It's just insane with the UMP. Really, really insane, is he? As Vampire now going to take a couple shots over towards Patrick Brewer. I think he's going to be left for dead. Can the Smurfs get an angle in here to try and get some damage over towards Patrick Brewer? They do get some damage laid down on towards him there. And it looks like Vent and Mr. Beef Truck are going to leave Patrick to his demise in the end of the day. No, are they going to turn around? No, they're going to second guess this one. Vampire, though, is pushing this one up to see if he can spot out anything. He's got that 6-time. Can he spot out Patrick? He can indeed. He's got the scope line, but he's waiting for the teammates to make this push. He needs to take shots. He takes the shots on Mr. Beef Truck. And Mr. Beef Truck does survive it, but it looks like they're going to get the res onto as Acid gets taken out there by Paddy TV in the background. Now the shot's going to come raining out here towards Vampire, and Vampire in a tough situation at the moment, but it looks like Paddy TV on the top there will eliminate Acid straight away. On top of the you got Swifty and Vampire, who sit in the compound for now. And it looks like they are going to get Patrick up and running, and they are going to get out of this a good use of utility coming out here from the Mates Alliance gaming team. And it looks like they're going to make it safely out here with all 4 members, with Paddy TV on top of the mountain there, going to be making his way down, but it looks like he will be able to get the come towards his team as well a little bit later on. Inexorable Gaming making their movement further inside the map. The circle is about to drop. And what will we notice here? Interesting to see White Rabbit Gaming making this 2-2 split here coming across the bridge. Maybe they're thinking it might go a bit more north. A lot of teams betting that it's going to go down into the south. And let's see what happens today. So, circle about to finish its close. New zone about to pop, and it goes down to the south. And for the teams in the north here, going to have to try and find some space here. Instantly you see Viking getting into the vehicle, and they're going to be making their movement straight away. And then having a look at the Slick Daddy Club, we've got Bluff, Xylene, Head Quicker, and Voodoo, all inside Slick Daddy Club, which is also known as Slick Daddy Club Mates Alliance Gaming. They're part of the MAG organization as well, which is good to see. Getting themselves a nice little home there as they make their way into this compound here, just on the edge of there. So they're going to be playing this one quite passively, continuing themselves forward here. So it's been a bit of an interesting ride here. I mean, here comes Mates Alliance Gaming, going to come across here. It's interesting to see all of White Rabbit Gaming actually just sitting here waiting to see what they're going to be making their rotations fairly late here. Paddy TV coming across here. And like I said, it's not about the kills, it's not about the points. It's all about winning that chicken dinner, getting yourself in the best spot. That's what these teams need to focus on, getting themselves in the best spot to get outside of this game and win that chicken dinner, get themselves into that champion battle where it gives you the best possible start to your season, and going forward and getting into the group stages at the end of the season and heading even to our finals, where you can win yourself a part of that prize pool of $1,400. Smurfs down to 2 at the moment as they look over towards it. Looks like Slick Daddy Club will be noticing that the Smurfs are making their movement over towards Pachinki, just getting themselves a little bit of space there. Just the 2 of them left alive for now. And here comes High Voltage straight into the compound here, where we see Against All Odds as well. Whisker and Venom, last 2 members remaining here for the Against All Odds member. But MLC going to be taking some shots over towards High Voltage here, as they now need to try and protect their cars. Looks like they are going to protect their cars without any fail, but the one US instantly, as you can see, wheels being taken out straight away. So, you know, good stuff coming out there from the MLC team. Devils inside Rozak down to 2 members. And Potato Hill now being covered over here by the Inexorable Gaming. And you can see these guys are treating this format a hell of a lot differently here, because it's just interesting to see how passive some of these teams are going to be throughout this winner chicken dinner format. It all is, like I said, all about that chicken dinner. And Factus Gaming, as expected, won't be leaving school area, and they're going to be just hanging out inside school. 2 of them have moved over towards where they want to fight. Joru and Diggs are going to be taking on some fights over towards High Voltage. Need to just be wary of MLC Esports, which is to his right hand side. Does Diggs EU player for the Factor game, but down the spot out. The Devils on top of the Pachinki Hill there, and instantly now need to make the movement here and get their car into a bit of a safer spot. Straight away, Diggs, good sense to get his vehicle into a safe spot straight away. I mean, if they get that vehicle destroyed, kind of leaves them without anywhere to play. Circle shifts over, and Pachinki is the city to be in at the moment. On the edge of it is the Legends, who hold just off the center of the circle at the moment of the playable area. And here come White Rabbit Gaming, a long rotate going to come around, and it looks like Inexorable Gaming going to have the same sort of mentality here coming through. And Born to Lead also trying to get themselves, looks like they're going to be rushing themselves over towards the church area as quickly as possible. I do know that Born to Lead like to get into this position as early as possible, and they are rushing themselves straight onto this church hill. Get themselves here, going to quickly scout it out, the Will Hunter X. And it looks like everything's going to be fine, and they're going to continue on their way. They're going to get a couple shots from certain areas there, but nothing to worry about at this moment. And Charbel and Adu and X Hunter X all going to make it safely to the church of Pachinki. Shots coming raining in as now Team Diversity is going to try and make it, but here come the members of Legends taking some shots over towards them as they defend the compound that they're in. And Diversity will make it easily into Pachinki, further into Pachinki. On the edge of Pachinki on the other side, we have the Inexorable Gaming making their way in towards Pachinki as well. So a knock over there coming up from MLC Devils. Spreeve gonna get that knock. Fizzy gonna be on the opposite side. That MK14. Ooh, and he's gonna be happy with that. Apache will get Mr. Beef Truck out of the lobby straight away. That'll give Mates Alliance Gaming a little bit vulnerable. Down to 3 members. Still not the most lowest team at the moment. And where does these teams now want to rotate? A lot of teams opting for the Pachinki Hill, but I have a feeling this is going to shift over towards the north, and I think these teams in the north are going to be pleasantly surprised that this is happening, as now the MLC Devils going to make their way down off Pachinki Hill, try and get themselves a little bit closer to the edge of the circle. As now we just have a look over there, going to be on there. Death Odds going to be waiting for this rotation though. Going to spy the MLC Devils, going to take the shot towards them, doesn't able, but Diggs is going to take the shot from behind, and Death Odds has to go onto his belly to try and save that. Was Kritzy now takes out Alpavinko inside that compound, and MLC Devils now need to make the movement, but they have to go through Survivor Fighters. And I think Survivor Fighters are all waiting here for the MLC Devils to make their way through here. The circle is going to start chunking. It's phase 3 going on to phase 4. And should be okay for now, will the Devils. But as soon as it hits phase 5, Wally will get Alpravenko out of the lobby. And now he's going to now peek over. Spleeve will go down. iFizzy, last member standing here for the MLC Devils. As now they make their movement here. And the MLC Devils going to be waiting for this. The grenade goes out here from the member of Survivor Fighters. He's going to drown himself in the end. And I think iFizzy going to bow out of this, as MLC Devils going to be the first team that's going to bow out. We only have 15 teams, as one team late gave us notice that they're not joining. But we'll be up to 16 teams as a new team will come in the end of the day. Android going to take out Chris Ed straight away. And there's a quick movement there coming out from the members of Team Diversity. Circle does shift up to the north as expected. And now where do these teams play? MLC Esports though are going to be smiling ear to ear, because this shouldn't finish too far off their compound. And they're going to be pretty happy with the position that they get here. That is for sure. Just better just having a look around. Making sure that he is better. And making sure he doesn't get swamped from either side. Inexorable Gaming now going to be sitting inside at the edge of Pachinki. I think they're going to wait this one out to see where the circle goes next. And look how many edge plays are happening all around the map here. As Fractus Gaming now, I think, may have spotted out Survivor Fighters making the movement up here. And Joru and Diggs are now making their way up this hill to try and cover it off. And I think Survivor Fighters aren't going to be ready for this. They are running away from Fractus Gaming, so their backs are going to be turned away from Fractus Gaming as they make it up. Fractus Gaming, I mean, they are looking like a very strong team. The Sick Daddy Club now makes a movement. Death Odds now in the scopes of Joru now, but they're all waiting for this one. They're going to take the shots. Warrior gets knocked out there by one. Death Odds now going to be able to hit quicker. Going to be taking shots over towards Fractus, as Fractus now needs to pull themselves away. Survivor Fighters gets eliminated out in 14th position. The Sick Daddy Club in such a good position. Joru going to get taken out by hit quicker. And Fractus Gaming should be able to get the raise onto Joru, no problem. And now Sick Daddy Club makes the movement. It's going to be playing the edge game. It's so interesting to see the edge coming. But Kritzy going to just be playing in between the little hills over here as he makes his movement around. Needs to be careful of Sick Daddy Club to his right-hand side. and he needs to just cover off that angle, but he should be giving all the information necessary for him from his team to understand exactly where Stick Daddy Club's going to be coming from. Patrick going to take out Itchabel's head with a Mosin, and lots of action happening all over the map as Microtech Esports now will meet over towards Inexorable Gaming as long with Born to Lead. Born to Lead just on top of the mountain. Chabel does get raised there by his teammates. Paddy TV just going to be playing inside the dips here. And where does his next circle go? Shifts up over towards the east, but a bit more off of Pachinki. And it looks like we're just going to be ending in this little ridge line here, which is going to be very interesting to see if it actually does end on this little ridge line. It'll be super interesting if this whole field gets cut off by the next circle. Sick Daddy Club are going to make their movement early here, and Joru going to get taken a couple shots there as Abdu will take out Frenchie. Majesty Hicken will take out Venom there, and the confirm will happen there as well, so that'll be against all odds down to one member. Shots coming raining out there from 1337, as we like to call him, Leet, and he's going to throw out some smokes there just to get himself there, but Whisker going to now pay back the favor there that his teammate received, and High Voltage will now be put down to one member alive. Milton, can he get to Hicken? That is the question. Bluff will find Kritzy there in the terrain. And Milton, can he spot a Milton? Can spot a Milton? Can High Voltage get taken out here by Whisker? And he does indeed. OMG will take out Milton, and High Voltage will be eliminated in 13th position as MLC Esports pick up a kill over there. Viking will take out Bowser in the background. Watch Up at Gaming just playing this edges over here down to 3 mem, and this is going to be an interesting little story that's going to come out of here as Diversity now going to try and make their way out, but they've got right next to them, they've got Inexorable Gaming, one of the favorites that will looking to take out the first chicken dinner of the day. So just playing it passively for now. You can see Stitch is trying to see what he can do here. He's just looking, making sure, just trying to bait out the shots, but he's going to make the run across here. Hot Diggity's going to spot him out here, but I think the shot's going to come through. Hot Diggity going to get that knock onto him, and then he's going to get flushed out straight away as Hot Diggity picks up his first kill of the match here. But here comes Born to Lead on towards Microtech Esports. Frenchie gets knocked out here, sticking down to very low HP as Vampire from the side will take out Sticken there, and Bowser will just be below you. Abdu doesn't want to stretch this one out too far as he knows that there's a team to his left hand side there, or right hand side, I do beg your pardon. And now it's all starting to pop off as the zone. We're going to just quickly see what's going to happen next. There's a lot of action going through. Whisker going to take out Unknowns against all odds. Is going to be taken out there by MLC Devils in 12th position, and Abdu gonna just throw out the smokes, try and see what he can do here. You can see just holding this one out. Well, Vampire just holding out on the opposite side there as Abdu now pulls himself back there a little bit. And from behind here, Stick Daddy comes to get pressure from Practice Gaming. While he goes down, Diggs is the last member alive here. And can Diggs do anything about this? But he's getting shot there by the other teammate of Bluff, and Bluff is doing such a great job here for the members of Stick Daddy Club. Has picked up the one kill there, but he's managed to get a lot of damage down to a lot of members inside this lobby. Points don't matter, but Diggs gets shot there again. And can he spot out Diggs in the area there? That's what he needs to try and spot. Diggs is not going to try and get the heals off there in the background. Voodoo bleeding out there as well. Watch Up at Gaming down to one member. Now Soda something. Apache gets knocked out as well. Soda going long for Watch Up at Gaming. Can he survive and get the pickup onto Unfixed before he bleeds out? He needs to get that pickup. He needs the members in his team to try and take out a chicken dinner, but the will make the movement up the hill here. OMG coming up there as well to try and, but the medkit's going to come out here from Soda. And now we'll see what happens here. But look behind. Legends are making their movement here, and Soda's stuck in a bad sandwich here between Legends and MLC Esports. I don't think Soda has any possibility of making this one out alive. He's going to go down and choose those spots him out right. Doesn't get chosen down, but Soda's going to get knocked out there. In the end of the day, Watch Over Gaming got out in 11th position. and this fight will continue over between them as well. Smurfs go out in 11th position. Sorry, well, that would be 10th position, I would imagine. Should be 10th position? Yeah, it'll be 10th position. A little bit of a mistake there coming up from the observer. Juzo will try and see if they can fend off MLC Esports as they make their way up the hill. Shots come firing out there as well from the members of Legends, as now MLC Esports trying all that they can here to get themselves in. 6 kills already, but kills don't matter. It's all about that chicken at the end of the day. Firestorm gets spotted out there by OMG as now the Molotov comes raining out towards him. Just spots the head of Kazi. Diggs will eventually kill Voodoo as he bleeds out. In a spot up by the Anonymous is going to get last member setting up for OMG and ML Esports are on the brink of getting eliminated inside this lobby. Firestorm, and here comes Anonymous from the opposite side. I think he's going to try and take the aggressive angle. He does indeed. MLC Esports going to be eliminated out in 9th position. 8 teams remain for now, as now Inexorable Gaming trying to fight their way up towards the Churchill. Born to lead, holding strong, but behind him comes OMG, and he gets turned on by Viking, and Viking will eliminate T Diversity out in 8th position. The shots come raining out here towards him. Getting a little bit of frames drops here, which is a bit odd to see frame drops on my PC, but you know, we'll stick with it. As now Abdu, what can he do against him? But Viking gonna get knocked out there as well from Abdu. And Narco will be the last member to survive inside the Inexorable Gaming crew. And that's what I'm do, and he will get knocked out. And this gives a little bit of a lifeline here, but will Paddy TV actually make the push up towards him? That's the question. The other 2 members of MAG on the opposite side here, and looks like they might actually survive this one out, will Inexorable Gaming. And Paddy TV going to be throwing out the nades here. Not going to be connecting onto any Viking. The last member to stand as 4 teams now remain, as Paddy TV going to eliminate Slick Daddy Club out in 5th position. But Patrick will find the head of Hot Diggity. Naku going to try and heal this one up again. I don't think they're going to make it. Fractus gets eliminated there by the Legends team. Shortbook Gaming go out in 3rd position. 2 teams left. The Legends versus Mates Alliance Gaming. Anonymous just having the shots there. Is Paddy gonna spot out Anonymous, gonna take the shots. So can Mates Alliance Gaming get out of this lobby? Early days here. This will be ecstatic for them if they could do this. I'm sure they're gonna be, they will be so happy if they can get out of this lobby. Same for the Legends as well. Legends have played this one so well. They've kept themselves quiet with the 4 kills at the moment, but the kills don't matter. They've got all 4 members up against 3 of Mates Alliance Gaming. This is the game to win. They got the man advantage. They got the circle position. They've got everything. They just need to hit their shots now. This is where it all counts inside these lobbies. As Juzo now looks to see if they're going to build the smoke wall, give themselves something to play off here. And there's a massive smoke wall as well, I must say. And that will dissipate. Is Paddy now going to make his movement over? And it's interesting. This is the threat here for Inexorable Legends. The Legends, that's all they need to do. They need to just try and hold this one off. If they can maybe eliminate the carry in their team at this moment, which seems to be Paddy TV, with the 6 kills at this moment, they could possibly stand a chance to do this. But let's not, I mean, Patrick's been hitting his shots. He's been hitting those amazing shots as well. So let's see what happens. Kazi goes down for Paddy TV. Next up, it's 3-on-3 now. Now it's gonna be, now it gets dicey here as the Legends now. What can they see? Shots coming out. Patrick goes down. Anonymous trying to see what he can spot out here. Juzo gets flashed out, but he only flashed for a minute. You can see Firestorm just playing the support role. The back as Vent gets the knock onto Juzo, and it puts it onto a 2v2. And this is exciting. Firestorm out in the open, and this could be dangerous for the Inexorable Legends, and it is dangerous. And it puts it onto a 2v1. Mates Alliance Gaming, can they win this one out? Another miss, can he do it? Paddy TV comes goes across and he's gonna eliminate him, and Mates Alliance Gaming will take out the first chicken dinner and secure their spot into the champion battle for next week Sunday. Congratulations to them. A great game coming out there from Paddy TV. 8 kills there, really doing some good work there for his team. In second position is the Legends. In third, we saw Inexorable Gaming fall out and Factors Gaming out in fourth, and in fifth position was Slick Daddy Club. Great first game coming out there from the members. That was action-packed almost all the way through. But we're going to be moving on to our next game, which is going to be Miramar. We're changing things up. It's going to be Erankle, Miramar, Erankle, Miramar. So our next game is Miramar. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be back in a few minutes to host the second game and see who secures the second spot of the evening. I do apologize for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. We had a little bit of issues coming into the server, and yeah, you know, just PUBG doing PUBG things, I guess, at some points, but we're all good. We know that I am aware that Custom and Inexorable Legends were in a little bit of a skirmish. We have joined now with 16 teams. It will be Tunisian Rises and Custom will join the lobby, and in our last game we'll have 15. Unfortunately, one of our teams pulled out 10 minutes before the event due to connection issues, and obviously since we have a schedule going out here, it was a little bit difficult for the guys to get the other teams into our lobbies. But nonetheless, it's all okay. Everybody's in the lobby, everybody's fighting it out for that chicken dinner on Miramar, and we will continue on our way, and we're all happy. Here we go. So Fractus Gaming sitting in South San Martin alongside the MLC Devils. We also got High Voltage, which sits inside just by the power grid area. White Gaming taking Impala. In Los Leones, we got Team Diversity and the Tunisian Rises, the team that's been pulled their way up into the lobby for now, and they will now get their chance to try and get a chicken dinner. Obviously, the teams that were in first, our top 16 were based on the ELO from last season, so that is how we determined our starting 16, and obviously they get a bit more chance in getting that chicken dinner, the most chance for that matter to get the chicken dinner. Sick Daddy Club makes a movement just above below the two members of Custom here. Good to see Custom back at it again. And Born to Lead now makes a move in circle, pretty center, could go anywhere. This is Miramar. I mean, for Miramar, this could end up in any spot here, so it's going to be interesting to see what these teams will do. As we see now, DJ Epix making his way towards the compound on the opposite side. He's just busy scouting it out. We'll get onto his bike and then continue on his way. Promising play in season 1. I would love to see what he's capable of in season 2. I'm pretty sure we're going to see some good things coming out from him as well, as he makes his way over. He's going to keep on scouting here for his team, making sure that their path into the circle is great. And it looks all good for now for the members of Microtech Esports, only team in this north east area. White Rabbit Gaming make their way out of Impala to La Medita. Just on the opposite side of La Medita, we got Team Diversity, High Voltage, making their way through. I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking at this drop as well. Have they even seen the drop? Doesn't look like they have. Ooh, right past the drop here. Let's see what's inside the drop. An AUG 8 times, that could be potentially good, and obviously that all important level 3 gear. But they have missed it as High Voltage, and we'll continue on their way. The Against All Odds now taking on a skirmish here with Born to Lead, long range fight coming out here as Death1 gets tagged up. Soda stays all gonna make his movement, get a little bit of bandages coming up over here. And Against All Odds, I think with their new member here of Dragon, I'm not entirely sure if it's a name change or not, but the new member here, Dragon LTU. Good to see what he does as well. You got Deathmug at the helm of the team here, looking to impress and to really get far in this tournament as well, and they do have the capabilities as well. Deathmug, a very well experienced PUBG player in his own right. Practice Gaming, I like what they're doing here. They've got this whole edge of this area here. Dig's going to cover from San Martin area, so they're going to have quite a good view of what's going to come towards them in the later stages. On the edge, we see Survivor Fighters going to be playing on the edge for now. Inside Los Leones, we still see the Tunisian Rises. And yeah, it's all looking like we're going to see quite an epic match. Disaster. Where is he shooting from? He got that very, very strange angle coming out there on Joru. Disaster Owner is on top of the building. So that's how he got the angle on them. So he's going to take some shots. Doru going to get raised by Kritzy there. There should be no issues for them as Circle shifts hard down towards the southwest. And for these teams inside the north end side, it's going to be a bit of a tough rotator. Not many areas in towards the Circle unless Inexorable Gaming decide to make their movement or practice. Even they have to go through the MLC Esports, as now comes the Inexorable Gaming are going to make their movement. They'll be playing their second game of the day. Mate Alliance Gaming obviously taking that chicken dinner, getting themselves in there early. Nice early night for them. They can sit back, watch the stream and see who they're going to be facing on next week Sunday for the start of season 2, where the ELO now comes into play. Hot Diggity getting a couple shots taken on here by the MLC Esports. Now shots going to get returned there by Naku. Just better just on top of Naku here, so he needs to just be a little bit careful of exactly what he wants to do here. And Fractus is looking content just to gate these teams coming out, but Sick Daddy Club coming in between the middle here is Hot Diggity going to take out one of Team Diversity as Android comes barreling past, puts him down onto 4 HP as OKBB continues on his run there. And I hear more vehicles. Stitch now trying to find his way out of situation here. He's in dire straits. Gonna be making his move, but he's gonna be making his move straight to White Rabbit Gaming as well. We're sitting on top of this hill, and the shot's gonna come out from White Rabbit Gaming as well. Gonna be hitting the vehicle, nothing on the actual person. As Soda now continues to battle the vehicle. Oh, Frenchy gonna take a good shot on towards Soda there. From a different angle, they sing just on the edge of Minister Morales. You can see the shots coming through. And Watch Over Gaming need to be careful of their vehicles on top of this, as Joey will take out Voodoo. And that's a fight that's going to be heading over towards the Power Grid. Custom coming around, Power Grid coming through, Born to lead. Going to take the shot over towards the NX Smurfs. Vampire Acid sitting inside there, the vehicle not covered. And a blue any day of the week. Going to take out those vehicle wheels. King on the opposite side here, going to be making his way towards his team. Got a little bit of a dip to play there, but I think he's going to try and get the safety of the compound. Opposite side of the Smurfs here, we got High Voltage who hold out that compound for now. And it's all looking pretty spaced out at the moment, bar for the two over here. And on top of them, ooh, Custom could be hearing that Sick Daddy Club's going to come over this hill here. Are they going to continue on their way here? They do get out. Silene and Head Quicker do get out, as Hyrex going to now push up on towards this shed. Oh, he does spot out the head of Head Quicker. He's going to throw that into the... Not going to connect on the side, but Head Quicker gets taken on the side. And Sick Daddy Club get eliminated out in 16th, as Hyrex going to pick up the 2 kills there of Sick Daddy Club. And Custom will continue on forward. Circle just about to show us where it's going to pop off next. Legends still making their way in from the eastern side of the map. And we'll see now. Kritzy now going to be facing up against High Voltage. It looks like he's going to pull back into Picardo goes MLC Esports, and that's a good spot for them to be in, as it's pretty much the center circle. And you're most likely going to go down. This whole ridge line might just get kicked off here, because it kind of treats it as water. So we're going to see that phase 4 going to be moving into the center, which is definitely going to be down to the south here, most likely. You know, different circle settings. RNG does play a big factor inside these games. Unknown has spotted out OKBB and does also spot out his vehicle. And OKBB going to make his movement towards his vehicle. Does he spot out the members of White Rabbit Gaming? The shot's going to come through here from Unknown. We'll jump around, see what you can see. White Rabbit Gaming just outside of circle, but they need to go through Inexorable Gaming, the 2 members here. 2-2 split coming out from NX. And Hot Diggity has to play this one smart alongside here with Disaster. Need to be careful that they don't try and take on a 4-man fight v2, especially against a strong team like White Rabbit Gaming. Do have some big hitters there. And on the opposite side here, Microtech Esports going to take on the other 2 members of the Inexorable Gaming. No vehicle there for the member of Frenchie, He's going to be left alone there as now Sticken makes his movement in, and here comes the shot through. Naku gets taken out by the member of DJ Apex on there, but they're going to stop here and try and eliminate him straight away. Sticken in a spot of bother. Viking trying to cover this one off, but he needs to make the movement. Naku is going to be killed over here. Sticken does get eventually knocked out there by Disaster. Disaster peeks over the hill. Shots coming through here from Bowser. Bowser going to be careful on taking the shots. No more bullets in the clip. Sticken now going to be killed off there. Naku, I think, is going to be left dead here. As Vikings actually making the push up on towards Microtech Esports here. DJ Epix does the spot. Viking does get the knock on towards DJ Epix. Can he do? He pulls back just for a second there. Frenchy now and Bowser now need to try and make this one work. Can they eliminate Inexorable? But the Viking does have the cover here of his team. But he's going to get taken out from two different sides. Great work coming out there from Microtech Esports, covering off both sides, and they'll pull back and they will get the race on towards DJ Epix there, as now the smokes come out to cover. But NX have pushed down this hill, which has allowed White Rabbit Gaming now to come right behind the Inexorable Gaming members. Last two members alive here, Disaster and Hot Diggity. But never count out Hot Diggity. We know how good this player is. You know that he can take on a 1v4 and not even break a sweat. Soda now looking here, but he's got a formidable Soda just above him. So it's going to be quite a battle here between these two players. I mean, pretty much one of the two star players in the South African scene for that matter. So it is all for your regional right here, as well as the Legends gets eliminated out in 15th position. Not having great game as they did in round one where they came second. Shift down south into Picardo does eliminate that whole ridge line there, and for against all odds they're going to be smiling ear to ear here. What does White Rabbit Gaming do now? High Voltage has moved themselves in towards the MLC Esports compound. Fight out to Scream, and he does spot him out, and MLC Esports goes out in 14th position. So what does Microtech Esports do here from now? They are getting gated a little bit here by Inexorable Gaming. Inexorable just waiting to see, but they have flipped their vehicle. This is really unfortunate for Inexorable Gaming. Not much that they can do here. And for a team that people were expecting to win maybe the first chicken dinner or win within the first day, perhaps they still got 2 games to make it work. But it is looking a little bit as the grenade comes over towards Chris Ed. Towards him. He just gets away just in time. And will that prompt the against all odds to move out of this compound onto this hill? It doesn't look like it at the moment, as White Rabbit Gaming take the edge of the circle. Fractus Gaming makes it into the hotel area inside Picardo. 2 members there. 2 members still coming their way in here. Kritzy and we got Joru making their way in towards the hotel area. Okay, BB has also landed at the garage station here. Last member sitting here for Team Diversity. What can he do? Maybe he can do a couple more. Practice gaming. He gets to the TV and he gets eliminated out of the lobby straight away there by OKBB. OKBB looking to see what he can do here, as now Disaster gets knocked out there and flushed by White Rabbit Gaming. Soda, can he spot out the last member, which is Hot Diggity of Inexorable Gaming? Going to go out early inside round number 2. Looks like he's going to deny to the, well, there's no point in denying, that's for sure, because there's no points for kills here inside the winner chicken dinner format. But he's going to spot out Unfixed TV, but Unknown's going to get him. An Inexorable Gaming out in 13th position. Upsets coming in the early stages of the season. I'm liking it already, as White Rabbit Gaming will pick up those kills and get themselves a little bit further into the match. 12 teams remain. A Light going to take out Kinghorn and also Vampire there, as they hold on top of the hill here. Kinghorn's going to get flushed out straight away. Last member standing here is Ghost Killer, who now is going to get pushed on by Hyrex, who's now making this push across here. Does spot him out inside the dip. Below him will pull out the 8 times that he's got here on his SLR. Can he get that headshot towards Ghost Killer? Does spot him out. Doesn't connect him to the shots yet. Tunisian Rises now playing inside the compound just behind Custom here. Need to be careful, does Custom. Gets out of the building. Death Thoughts now will take out one of the members of Custom. Ghost Killer tries to return the favor there and see what he can spot out here. He's in a difficult position. He does have the disadvantage of being in the lower ground. We'll throw out the smokes here to try and give him a little bit of cover here. And Custom down to 2 members. NX Smurfs down to the 1 member. As Light now tries to make his way in through, but he needs to be careful of Tunisian Rises. But Light's just dashing it towards Picardo. Where's he going to actually land up here? This is the question. He doesn't have much space to play with here. He's moving straight towards the path of Practice Gaming. And Critsy's going to be waiting. He's going to spot this one out. Light trying to see what he can do here. Can he get inside this building? That's what he wants to do. But I think as soon as he gets inside, he's going to be dead here from Practice Gaming. Pritsy is aware of this. Pritsy just trying to see what he can spot out here. Microtech Esports gets eliminated out in 12th there as White Rabbit Gaming will take a couple members there. Oh, Light does get the knockout towards Pritsy and he will get flushed out straight away, putting down Practice Gaming down to 2 members. And Light doing a good job here. Very split up from the rest of his team, which I think have been eliminated at this moment. No, they haven't. Pricks does make it out. Let's see if he can make it in, but that zone is chunky. You can see how much life he's losing from the blue zone. But he's going to get taken out there by Flame, and his Tunisian Rises comes into play here. Light will be the last member here for Custom. And where does everybody land? Soda does pick up a drop there. He will pick up the orb with that level 3 gear as well. High Voltage in a very good position here. Milton sitting on top of the hotel area here. And you can see everything that's going on. Dragon will take out Charbel there in the background. Whereas they moved into the lower part of Loss of Picardo here. Whisker trying to see if he can spot out. And I'm going to go forward to me. The barrel of Stazor. The flash will come out. Whisker going to see if he can maybe make an old school skin here coming up with the oranges. Now, OKBB is going to eliminate one of the members of Survivor Fighters. What can OKBB do here? Survivor Fighters get eliminated for high voltages. They're trying to enter inside the building. Survivor Fighters out in the 11th position. But OKBB has been doing such a great job here for his team, surviving this one out. And can he win a one-man chicken dinner here for his team? Is possible indeed. There's now big spots out to Nathan Rice trying to make their way into the circle. And now he does run out of bullets. Wally will get the onto Flame. Last person left. Diablo now will make his appearance, and Diggs will now pull back in towards theirs. Now what can they do? The grenade's going to come out. Light also going to take some shots over towards Diablo. So many shots coming out towards this hill. Tunisian Rises are just getting battered at the moment, and last person left alive here, TNG, trying to make his way. But look how many people are taking shots at this man. Unlucky for them, Tunisian Rises get out in 10th position. Just being left on that hill, all exposed. Not great for them at this moment, as it now shifts down to the south of Picardo. We're going to probably see it just end off on the hotel area. White Rabbit Gaming and MLC Devils, last 2 teams out of the circle at this moment. What can they do to get themselves into the circle? That's the question. Not many buildings to play for here, so they're going to have to try and pick out one building and then take it out from there. Against the odds, they're looking good. All 4 members, all still alive. That's what you need for those end battles. High voltage as well, all 4 members alive. And Fractus Gaming got 2, with Custom having the 1 member alive. Alongside also Smurfs. Ghost Killers have managed to make it into this building, but he is getting surrounded at this present stage here by all the members of MLC Devils. Just gonna hold on to it. Needs to be so careful right now. It needs to be so silent. Just gonna just be silent. The Wally doesn't go in towards his building, but he's gonna wait for that door to open, and he's gonna spray that door as much as possible. It looks like MLC Devils is gonna just clear out that building next to him for now, as Venom gets a lot of damage over towards him. And what does White Rabbit Gaming do? They look like they're gonna try and crash it. Yeah, okay, he's such a prominent figure here inside this area, and he will get out. Also Soda and OKBB is just holding this garage area by himself. Such a massive play is coming out here from OKBB, and for the team diversity, White Rabbit Gaming got out in 8th position there, or sorry, 9th position. 8th will go out the Smurfs. And our top 7 teams are left alive for this match. Who's going to take that chicken dinner? In chat, tell me, who do you think is going to take that chicken dinner? And High Voltage looking pretty predominant. They got the casino area covered here, and they pretty much got just off the center of the circle here. But what can they do? Fractus Gaming in a good position, well, depending on where the circle goes next. Against all odds, also in a good position. Can they make their way out of this lobby early stages? This is what the teams want to do. Secure their spot, get themselves, and start prepping for next week. As well as Milton will now take shots on towards the MLC Devils. Will get the knock, and I think the crush will come out straight away there from Milton. So that will confirm for him. Leaving 2 members there for the MLC Devils, Yus 9. And I think it is this constant at the moment. It's not busy, but oh, Yus 9 will get taken out by Hunter X there from Born to Lead, who just still hold out this apartment building. And the shots can be raining out. Where does the circle pop to next? Is it going to go south? And it does go south. Fractus Gaming going to be in jubilation at the moment. Same with Against All Odds. They can just hold it out there for a long while and just cover off their buildings. Anyone who wants to rotate through them, just hold it off. Just keep holding off the teams that come their way. So Against All Odds don't need to do much at this present moment. Still got their vehicles next to them. Still another 2 vehicles here. If Born to Lead do manage to get into their vehicles, can make their way into it. Looks like Charball is going to look to do that straight away. Are they inside the circle? That's the question we all want to know. Not inside this building, at least. The next little building here, but there is a vehicle, so they already know that Against All Odds is here. Looks like they're going to fan out just a little bit as Venom gets tagged up yet again. Hunter is going to be holding off the MLC Devils from the opposite side here. Just going to be shooting in, and then he will get him through the smoke. And now he'll turn around and look at it. MLC Devils get eliminated out in 7th position. 6 teams left alive, and you can see everybody just looking to get the smokes are getting deployed here by high voltages. Now they need to get themselves across into this apartment area, but Hunter X holding this one out here. Hunter X takes the shots on towards him. The grenade goes in, and that's a pretty good grenade. A great grenade from Alfred Winkel coming out there on towards Born to Lead Hunter X, and he's been holding that stronghold there for the team, and now that will just soften up Born to Lead just a little bit here as Alpavinko now tries to get himself inside the building. Now 3 teams in this small little space here. Against All Odds does high voltage, are they aware of Against All Odds here? As Deathmark not really giving up an angle here. This is great. He's holding the angle that is safe for him at this stage. Venom is going to go over towards Hicken, but Hicken's going to get the knock up towards Venom there, and 2 members of Against All Odds will go down. Whisker and Deathmark left alive here. Milton going to straight away try and get into this building as quickly as possible. Grenade's going to come out. Team Diversity does eventually get eliminated there by Diggs from Fractus Gaming. Oh, Milton almost throwing Molly onto his teammate there. Alpravinko, last member standing here, but what can Charball do? These two players, I think, have played together as well inside a team, so they should be aware of exactly what's going on. Charball, nothing he can do. He's going to die to the zone, the blue zone. He is going to do 5 teams, top 4 alive here. And now Against Odds has their first proper challenge here, as now high voltage look to move inside this area. Looking to fight Deathblock and get down Majesty Hickard. Whisker holding that area there. Milton gets knocked down to very low HP, and he's the last member standing here as Whisker now meds up and looks like he's going to try and take on that over towards them. Milton looking to see what he can do here. Whisker, can he get out Milton? He does indeed! Against All Odds will survive with the 3 members. I think that Deathmark is going for the raison towards Venom. This is great work coming out here from Against All Odds. 3 teams left alive. Custom really with light just holding off the edge of this building here on the hotel area or motel area. And Fractus Gaming at this moment have the position of the circle. So smokes are going to come out here, but Dex has got the eye on Deathbug, who's now got the helmet. And Diggs is going to try and hold this one. Fractus Gaming looking to try and get out of this as long as all of these teams light with only the 1 member. But with Against Odds doing such a great job here with the smoke trail that they're trying to build here. A little bit of smokes overlapping each other. Need to try and get themselves. Looks like they're just going to play on the edge of the wall for now. But the positional advantage that Fractus Gaming has got at this moment is far superior. It's going to be difficult. Against Odds going to have to hit all their shots to win this one out. They do have the man advantage. That's what's in their favor. Positional advantage, not in their favor. Does it equal out for them? That's the question that needs to be. They need to peak together. They need to take on the fights together, does against all odds. And maybe they can win out this chicken dinner. And they will be ecstatic. A final circle comes to play. And it's going to be just off of the area here, as Deathmark does do some damage on towards Diggs, and it's literally going to end at this spot. So now the teams know exactly where they need to be. Wally holding off the edge line, Custom with light. I'm going to say light. Just going to hold that door, wait for the teams to make their movement. He can win this one. Diggs gets onto the roof now. Get a little bit more aerial advantage here. Whisker on the opposite side. If Diggs can win out these fights alongside Wally, take out this chicken dinner. But let's not forget Light. Light can come in at the right moment. Deathmark gets knocked out there by Diggs. Whisker gonna knock out Diggs, and this is now put it on a 2v1v1. And I don't think anything that Wally can do at this moment, unless Diggs falls off the building and get... Oh no. Are they gonna allow this? They're going to allow him to get the res. They're going for the reses as well. This is all playing. It's still 1 minute and 45 seconds left in this game. And they're all just busy getting themselves back up to full strength as much as they can. And ooh, this is looking so tight at the moment. Wally's going to hold the angle here over towards this area. Light just holding that doorway. He can hear the footsteps coming. Deathmark going to push up over towards this one. Flashes come out. Deathmark spotted that flash out. This is intense moments. You can see that these guys are having tense. And Renee, the flashes come out yet again. Custom Light is just going to hold that angle. Deathmark, if he goes into that building, he's going to get knocked out. Light has to pick his moment here. Deathmark without a helmet at this stage. They're going to jump. Oh, this is very good from the members of Against All Odds. I'm loving this. Wally gets knocked out here. Diggs gets knocked out towards it. Deathmark re-picks it. Diggs gets knocked out. Custom is the last one. Light is the last member alive here for his team. Is against a two-man squad. What can they do? They don't know where he is. Can Light win this one out? Whisker getting busy. Raised here. Against All Odds. 3 against 1. Can they win this one out? Can Light pull off some sort of clutch here for his team? We're going to sit on Light's perspective. He now spots the first one. Spots him out. He's going to get all the members, and Against All Odds will take out the chicken dinner. They should be ecstatic right now. I can almost hear the jubilations out of their Discord almost. I can imagine that these guys are so pumped right now to take that chicken and secure their spot in the champion battle for week number 2. Congratulations to them. Second position, Custom comes out with Light, making a valiant effort inside the motel area. Fractus just coming short yet again in third position. In fourth was High Voltage, and rounding up your top 5 there was Born to Lead. That was a great match coming out there from the members there. Whew. These matches are intense. We're going to move on to Aaron Gale for the next match, and the next team will come into the play. But yeah, stay tuned guys, we'll be back very shortly. And we move on to the third game of the evening, which is going to be on Erangel. We've seen now Mates Alliance Gaming take out our very first chicken dinner for the season. Second was Against All Odds. And I love this little winner chicken dinner format. Some of the players don't, but you know what? It creates a little bit of spice to start off the season as well. From next week, we do move on over to a point system. So it's all based on your points at the end of the thing, where you will earn yourself ELO based on your finishing position on the leaderboard. This is the PUBG Africa League in Season 2, sponsored by PUBG and We Buy Cars. A big thanks to our sponsors. Without them, this couldn't be possible. And yeah, all the support that they give us is great. And obviously for you players at the end, it's that nice cash money that you want at the end. We're all fighting for a prize with a share of that prize pool of $1,400. In equates to in South African rands is 20,000 rand, is the largest in Africa that's been hosted. But yeah, let's go to game number 3. Who's going to take out this chicken dinner? Let's wait and see. The players are all jumping into plane. Let's get ready for game number 3. So, pretty simple playing path coming out here for the legend. Not legend, I just saw NX Anonymous there. But for the players, it's pretty centered down the middle of the map, going from a north to south. The Smurfs will jump out first. They generally like to loot in towards Georgia Pool container areas, which seems to be their trait continuing into the season. And they're going to need to flap their wings to get over there. But I'm sure they're probably going to come into some sort of surrounding area. The only team that's going to be heading over towards the north-hand side here. We're also joined by the Rusty Revolvers gaming team, who were next in the list to join. This will be the last team joining this evening. As I said, we had one team that wasn't able to make it this evening. So they will join in. They will progress. So our last game will have 15 teams, and the Rusties get themselves an extra game in hand there to get themselves a chicken dinner and secure their spot for that champion battle for week number 2, and we begin our process and our journey through season 2. Multipower seems to be White Rabbit Gaming's area of choice. Nothing too different here for the Inexorable Gaming members. As they land there, circle pops over towards the northwest of the map here, and for the Smurfs, I feel like they're going to be smiling ear to ear here. They're one of the best positioned teams at this stage, and this is kind of what you want. You want this RNG factor to come into play and really help you out in these early stages. Get your nerves down a little bit. Redak has spotted out Kaziwazi trying to make the movement there with his VSS. Doesn't look like you'll be able to get the connecting shots on towards Kaziwazi. Is Redak now going to continue on his looting phase and get himself here? We got Bluff, Redak, Xylene, and Voodoo inside for Slick Daddy Club. The Legends going to be taking on the mansion area, or 4 members inside the mansion area. There's quite a wide split here coming out from Slick Daddy Club. Dig's going to just take on the edge of Rozak near Survivor Fighters. And obviously we don't have the members of Against All Odds, so they're not going to be inside water time, as they no need to play for the rest of the week. They can put their feet up, get a couple of beers, and they're going to start getting themselves prepped for week number 2, where they will start themselves out in the champion battle. Great work coming out there from the first 2 teams. South African based teams as well, which is funny enough. And will we see a outside of South Africa come through? We got some members from Tunisia, we got from Algeria, Morocco, or a host of other countries joining us here in PUBG Africa. It was really, really good to see that diversity coming through, and happy to be hosting these types of events. Season 2 going to be our biggest yet. And pretty calm in the early stages here. Tunisian rises all the way down to the south here, looting up some of the ferry there and the buildings across. Military base fully open there. Diversity going to be heading on to Nova like they normally do. And the Rusty Revolvers is going to be playing on their side over here. Custom already making their way in towards the circle. They'll be going around the Everest Mountain. And for MLC Devils, they just on the edges of the circle here. Diggs, I think it's going to be... What's he doing? It's going to be listening. Hearing. Making sure. Or what can he hear from his perspective? Kritzy getting on top of Pachinki Hill here. Looking down. Practice Gaming has been kind of close to get themselves. Just a couple of unnecessary, well, unlucky, should I say, unlucky knocks coming their way during the last two matches. So expect them to come through and really deal some damage. Kritzy hasn't spotted out the members of Survive Fighter there. He does pull himself back. No shots coming his way, but now he knows there is somebody sitting there. Oh, he spotted him out. Just the timing is so much on Survive Fighters here. Level 2 helmet picked up there for Kritzy. Pick up a couple more bullets. He's got the Scar Owl in hand. Oh, what was that? There's another mini there. Okay. He's got the Scar Owl in hand. Probably for his machine gun. Probably not his first choice of gun, but nonetheless, he'll be okay. Death Odds just below him here inside this building. As he's still busy doing his looting phase. Looks like he's going to run over to him. Timing is of the essence here for Kritzy. Can he spot Death Odds? No, Death Odds already inside the building. And Kritzy just going to be holding off that angles there. Whitechapel Gaming getting out of Milta. They're going to start their rotation. Not the longest rotation for one team. Is going to be the Tunisian Risers. A very long rotate. Right through the center here will go Inexorable Gaming. Born Slippy on foot here. Needs to be careful of an Inexorable member making his way across here. Hot Diggity does his... Oh, the timing could be in Born Slippy's favor here. Hot Diggity will just continue on the way. Born Slippy will just make himself as small as possible. Knows that he's not getting spotted out. And he'll continue on his way. For the Rusty Revolvers is now Sick Daddy Club take on the fight towards the Legends members. Firestorm and Kaziwazi going to be taken out straight away, leaving Anonymous and Juzo left to fend for the Legends. Juzo in a bit of spot to bother, but Anonymous trying to hold some cover fire here against Voodoo. Oh, Anonymous doesn't miss those shots and Voodoo gets knocked out there. For Slick Daddy Club, Juzo trying to deal the damage down towards him, playing with a K9. Oh, if he shows his body there, Voodoo could be in a bit of spot to bother, but Juzo thinking wisely before those smokes run out. He's out in the open, needs to be careful of Bluff. Xylene on the opposite side here does spot out Bluff, does do some good damage over towards Bluff. Buff down below half HP. Xylene though is going to come into view here of Juzo. Shots come raining out towards Juzo here. Xylene, can he connect the shots? Does put him down to 52 HP. And he only got that. Ooh, can he spot him underneath that? He's just behind the wheel. Doesn't spot him underneath that vehicle. Kritzy will take out Death Odds in the background. Juzo just trying to get those meds off Voodoo. Gonna bleed out eventually. Xylene just gonna end the misery there for Voodoo and his teammate. Juzo gonna get that headshot out towards Xylene, and that's gonna be Bluff left to fend here. Redak trying to... Oh, sorry, I do pick up. Where is Redak? Can't see him. As Microtech are holding his opposite side. Yeah, Anonymous gonna take some shots over towards Bluff and needs to try and hit, but Juzo does get knocked out eventually, leaving just Anonymous left alive here for the Legends. Not going to plan like the first game, almost taking that chicken dinner in the first game. Because he can't even hit these shots as he needs to hit the one more shot. Can he come through? He doesn't get the shot out to Bluff. Anonymous going to be very frustrated with himself with that miss over there, and he's now just going to push out straight. He's got Microtech Esports coming in behind, but he needs to make this rotation now. And for Bluff, he's going to be in phase 1. It's not going to be that difficult to hold off. Yeah, he needed to, but Zylene is going to continue to bleed out here and still take damage from the blue zone. Will he be able to get his teammate up here in time? He does indeed, and Zylene will be able to med himself up. Is phase 1, should be no problem. Rusty Revolvers take a boat, not opting to take the bridges for this one. That's an interesting move coming up from them. I do like it though. It gives themselves good range, and you know, not many people on this western side of the map, so for them this is a good move. I like this movement. I like the rotation. Through the north comes White Rabbit Gaming right to the top of the playable area of the island. Oh, Anonymous is actually just waiting this one out. He's just trying to make life very difficult for Slick Daddy Club here. He knows he's the last member alive. It's going to be tough. Can he make a play here? Can he maybe just disrupt Slick Daddy Club's life here? Make their lives just a little bit more pain coming through. Bluff gets raised up there. Zylene all bleeding out. They're going to pop the meds there. We need to keep them together though. Oh, he still hits the shots towards Bluff, and Anonymous is just trying to make this as painless or as painful as possible towards Slick Daddy Club. Zylene will get knocked out there with a headshot, and oh, this grenade, I don't think it's going to be far enough. Oh, that could be a great grenade coming out from Anonymous, and it is a great grenade from him, and Bluff will get knocked out there. Anonymous just going to leave and now continue on his way. He's really made it painful for Slick Daddy Club. Really great play coming out there from him. Redak though in a different area code altogether for Slick Daddy Club. It's not good. He may have also had some connection problems there for Redak, so that's not really good to see. White Rabbit Gaming hold out this little compound area here as the circle shifts over towards the north. A lot of playable water, a lot of water in play here. Touchdown comes the Rusty Revolvers as the team diversity across the Georgia Pool Bridge. Practice leaving late from Razak here as they were trying to surround the Survivor Fighters. And I'm going to take this long rotate all the way around, and let's see if that pays off for them later on. Stickent going to be coming up from Microtech Esports onto the bottom base of this hill here. Good place to play here. Does he spot out? Now he gets himself away from that danger zone. And White Rabbit Gaming is set up there. They're all just going to be holding up on top of there. More shots going to be transferred over there. And Fix though, going to be playing this Wipers. Needs to be careful. Looks like he's get called back straight away. Microtech Esports going to be holding up in Severny for now. An interesting play coming out here. Yus9 going to take on here, but he's going to run straight into the clutches of Inexorable Gaming, and this is not going to look good for him. Now gets spotted out. Yes, Hot Diggity will get the knock into Yus9. Viking will look like he's going to finish this one out. He does indeed. That's a bit unfortunate there for MLC Devils. It looks like Disaster has been killed through the skirmishes here. This is not looking good for Inexorable Gaming in the early stages here. Android, ooh. Stitch going to take on Narco, and Inexorable Gaming stuck in the spot above there. Narco has to get his meds on. But Diggity trying to find an angle towards Team Diversity. He also only has that 2x scope, and this is not going to be great for these long range fights that it's just about to take. Let's see what Team Diversity's got on top. 8 times here for OKBB. Oh, they definitely outranging Hot Diggity there. Team Diversity, I like. OKBB did a really good job in the previous practice game coming over the Georgia Pool Bridge. We got also still trying to get themselves, Rusty Revolvers trying to get themselves in towards the circle. They're still in shooting range. We've got Born to Lead. Anonymous getting shot up there as he tries to make his rotation into his last men standing here for the Legends team. Vehicle on fire. It's smoking up. It's not looking good for Anonymous here as he continues on his way up the bridge here. Vehicle on very low HP. But he's safely made it in towards the shack here. And he's going to be holding out there for quite a while, I suspect. Shifts down to the southeast. Interesting little shift here. A lot of teams on this western side here are going to have to make their way in. Tunisian Risers in the bottom of the hill here. Don't think Team Diversity are aware of this. As now Diablo tries to climb this hill here. I think they are aware, but Team Diversity are looking to get themselves quickly in towards the circle. But behind them, they've still got Rusty Revolvers Gaming making their way in. Warlord, Born Slippy, Samadhi. And we also have Molotov Man. Two of the members previously known were with Brothers in Arms. They found themselves a new home. Also a new look team over here as well. Still have Born Slippy at the helm alongside with Warlord. And these members now trying to get themselves in towards the area now. Practice Gaming have made it in, but they're going to have to still continue on their rotation here. Team Diversity does come up towards the plane crash here, but they got Custom, who's now waiting for Team Diversity to make the shift up here. And see that Team Diversity just on the edges here. Custom not really making too much of a deal of it right now. Custom just going to be holding out for now. Does spot the Android shot coming through here. Android will take on the shots towards Static for touch. Shots going to get rained out here from Rusty Revolvers, as now they will continue on their rotation. No vehicle, and it's going to be tough as the circle does start to shrink. A minute 20 before the shrink ends, and we'll reveal our next position. Right Rover Gaming happy to just hold stationary for now, but just behind them, Crusade hasn't spot out Diggs. Diggs going to take shots on towards Crusade, not able to get the knock on towards Crusade just yet. As now he spots out unknowns inside the window. Good little position here for Fractus Gaming, actually. Nice, can put a lot of pressure to these teams inland. I do like this position here from Fractus. Microtech still inside Saverni. Red Axe still alive here for Sick Daddy Club. No teams have exited this lobby just of yet. It has been great display coming out here from the teams. I mean, we're in almost phase 4. Generally, we lose a lot of teams. So people are taking this quite seriously. Can he get Android? Will get the knock on towards the Custom member there. They're leaving just the 2 left alive. Static for touch, trying to do something about this. We'll throw out the grenade. I think it was a grenade. Okay, knock. He does indeed, but Android, the last member standing here for Team Diversity, can get it, and Custom will eliminate Team Diversity out in 16th position. Our first team to get eliminated inside this match. And Custom should be able to get these reses out with no issues at all. But just behind him, coming up this hill here, Inexorable Gaming would have heard the fights coming out here. And Viking now getting his team to come pushing up here. But do they spot out Rusty Volvers to his right hand side? Hasn't spotted him out here. He's fixated on the crash out. So is Rusty Revolvers. All of them are just moving into this zone here where they've just heard these fights. And ooh, this could get dicey for some of these members. Custom, I don't think are ready for this one. Born Slippy going to take some shots over towards them. Going to throw out the Molotov here. The good use of Util straight off coming along here from the members of Rusty Revolvers. Viking going to throw out a Molotov as well. The Molotov Util usage is coming through. The Molotov is not going to do any damage to anybody. Born Slippy will now know that there's another team coming to his left hand side. He pushes back here. He needs to. His team are exposed from that side. But behind them comes Tunisian Risers behind the Inexorable Gaming crew. And Naku gets taken out by Flame. Now just in front of him is Viking. Hot Diggity onto his left hand side. What can they do to hold off the push here coming from Tunisian Risers? 2 members pushing up here. They got the members in front of them. They got to watch out for so many things. Does the members of Inexorable Gaming. Molotov Man gets taken out there by Light with that AUG as the Rusty Revolvers try to come and cut off Custom and the rest of these teams making their push up onto towards this area. Inside the smoke is Hot Diggity. He hasn't been spotted out just yet. The shot's coming out here from Flame, and he's doing a lot of damage from Naku. Will come along and try to keep him lost in the standing, but he will get eliminated there by Naku. Pulls up a great shots there towards Tunisian Risers, and Inexorable Gaming will survive to fight another day. as Soda takes out GJ Epics in the background. Somali now trying to look to push on towards Custom. Custom inside this little crevice area. Viking also now needs to make his movement now as well. He's trying to get a little bit more ammo and meds. Sick Daddy Cup gets eliminated out in 14th position. As now Custom try to get themselves out of this light, gets taken out there, and Custom going to try to fight for another day. They came second, it worked out for them before, but he's moving into the clutches of the NX Smurfs as now he pulls up. Towards Custom. It doesn't look like the shots were connecting there from Vampire. Just so much action happening all around. Survivor Fighters now take on a fight towards the members of towards High Voltage here. Does get a knock on towards Microtech Esports. As now, Hicken is such low HP. Just getting knocked, and it does indeed. OMG gets it, but is now. Survivor Fighters will get that knocked out there as Warrior now needs to try and revive Biso, who's now inside the smoke. Hicken getting revived there from Lead. Milton doing some good damage on the one side there. Born to Lead sitting inside the compound of this 15 times here for Charbel as Rusty Revolvers gets eliminated out in 13th position. Milton now tries to get himself closer towards the tower. Oh, great shot there from Charbel as Milton tries to get into shooting range. Alpravinko there to assist with the race, and the smoke's coming out there from them. Survive Fighters trying to survive on the edge of the town here. Here comes White Rabbit Gaming on towards the little enclave here, and inside is a surprise. Also don't know this though. They won't know this. They need to be careful here. Does White Rabbit Gaming is the Devils just hold line here, see what they're gonna do. I don't think Unfixed not going to make his movement. Trying to go. Knowns gets knocked out as well. But Freezy going to try and do all that he can to eliminate them straight away. He does a great job here. But now, West of White Rabbit Gaming now pushing on. The smoke comes down. Great smokes coming out there from White Rabbit Gaming, but it's not going to be enough. And MLC Devils win out that little jewel over there for now. Stazel gonna get knocked out there by Diggs. As where's Fractus Gaming coming from now? I need to find that one out, as they are on the edge of the shooting range alongside Alpravinkel and High Voltage. Edges playing coming out here from the Smurfs. 3 members still survive for the Inexorable Gaming members. Looks up over there, does Hot Diggity, doesn't spot the MLC Esports team coming down on the right hand, his right hand side. Warrior gets taken out, Bisso gets taken out, Survivor Fighters out in 11th position. High action in these later stages. Custom get eliminated out in 10th as Kinghorn spots him out. Ghost Killer gets spotted out here by Hot Diggity as the shots get rained out towards Ghost Killer. And it looks like Inexorable Gaming need to try and make a decision now. They're going to get wrapped on by the top of... not really. Circle playing in favor here, but it looks like OMG has spotted out Viking here. And Viking spotted him out, pulls himself back there. We'll get the meds on. Lots of action happening all over the place here. Is now Anonymous still alive inside this one. Wally taking some shots. Wally has really impressed me this evening, has done a great job for his team, really getting some good damage down inside these matches. Really a team to look out for is Fractus Gaming going forward, as now the Smurfs we'll just hold out for now in a good position. See where this circle lands up. The next one's about to pop. As Chris Ed does spot out one of the members of the Smurfs behind that Kinghorn in a bit of spot up over there. Soda has blocked the way. So MLC Devils, it's not going to work out for them. Smoke's coming out. Can they fit their way through here though? That's the question. They can get into the car and reverse it, that's for sure. So let's see what happens. The vehicle, I would have taken out the vehicle tires there if I was White Rabbit Gaming. I don't think any of them have been taken out. No, it hasn't. So I would have taken out the vehicle tires there. You know, really deal the damage there towards them. And unable to make that reverse that car up that hill, but that's just me. High Voltage in the spot of bother, just one member standing here for them. And the circle did shift over towards north, giving this zone pretty much to MLC and... Oh, but Chris Egg gets taken out there by Anonymous. And White Rabbit Gaming gets eliminated as Apache takes out Soda. 9th position go out, White Rabbit Gaming. Anonymous doing such great work here for his team. I mean, he can literally play it. And as I said, taking out that vehicle wheels would have been a good thing to do. Fizzy will get eliminated though. Anonymous will take out MLC Devils. They will go out in 8th position. But maybe taking out those vehicle wheels would have been a better move there for White Rabbit Gaming. And Elite here, gonna see what he can do here for High Voltage. No helmet here for him, so it's gonna be a tough times here as Abdu gets knocked out there by the grenade from Diggs. Diggs last member surviving here for Fractus Gaming. And MLC Esports now coming down this hill, but they got good zone control. So it is, well, 2 members left here for the members of them as Diggs gets spotted out there by Elite, and Fractus Gaming will be eliminated out in 7th position. MLC Esports on top of this hill here, only 4-man squad alive at this stage. So Patchy and view of Charbel, and Stazel gets eliminated there by Patchy. Charbel trying to do all that he can here to try and get himself out of this. Charbel will take out Anonymous in the end as the Legends go out to the 6th position. Good work there from Anonymous to get them this far, but you know, chicken dinner is the only thing that matters right now. MLC Esports, I'm liking their position. They spread 2-2. They can do a lot of work here. Looks like just better, and OMG trying to get themselves in a position where they can maybe take on the fight towards Inexorable Gaming. 2 members alive. Hot Diggity and Viking. I mean, these 2 members are definitely ones that you need to be afraid of inside this lobby. King on, still alive here for the Smurfs. We got a bit of network lag detected. Not entirely sure why. Interesting to see that. Anyway, I do apologize for that. Smurfs out in 5th position as Charbel takes out King on, and Charbel will continue on his rotation down the south, or the north rather, but on the bottom of the circle here, on the bottom of the hill. Lead still alive. It's 4v2 v1 v1. MLC Esports with the man advantage, and we've seen the man advantage has helped win chicken dinners this evening. We saw Mates Alliance Gaming with that man advantage at the end after they got those key knocks against all odds in the second game. The man advantage coming in with 3 against 2 and 1, and it seemed to work out for them. And we seem to have network lag yet again, not entirely sure why. Viking just going to be holding out here for as long as possible. They do have the circle. And it all depends on what Charbel and Elite does here for High Voltage. Because they need to spot out MLC, maybe do a bit more damage on towards MLC Esports. But, you know, they're going to be playing this one out slowly. That is for sure. I'm not entirely sure why we're getting this lag. This is really, really starting to irritate a lot. We're not dropping frames in the stream, so no. AMG, and looks like MLC are just gonna. What are they gonna do here? 3 of them gonna take. 1's gonna go. Apache feeling good about himself. So let's see what they do here. They got some space to play with here. We need to be careful of Elite here. That's the one person we need to be careful. This is some good movement coming out here from. Every time we're going to a observer mode here, but we're not actually having network now. Interesting. Interesting. So MLC moving into a pretty favorable position here. Charles does pull out Elite, and he will take out High Voltage there in 4th position, leaving our top 3 teams there. We got MLC Esports, Inexorable Gaming, and Born to Lead. Born to Lead with 1 member. 9 kills. I mean, Charbel's been doing a fantastic job here for Born to Lead. He's got that org in hand. He's got the level 3 gear. He's going to be happy. Inexorable Gaming up to 9 kills. Hot Diggity with 6. Looking good for himself here. Does get spotted out by Apache. He played it off angle. Can't do much about it. Apache will get knocked out there by Hot Diggity. And Hot Diggity will secure that kill, and that puts it in. You see, don't count out Hot Diggity. Just don't count about 1 HP Viking was left on. And MLC Devils MLC Esports needs to be very careful, because Charbel being on the bottom of this mountain, they could expose themselves very, very easily to Charbel here, and I think that's all going to happen fairly soon, to be honest. Just looking to see if he can spot out. Remember, it does spot out just better. Does he spot out OMG behind the car? Yeah, OMG spots him out, so they have got track of Charbel. That was the main threat for MLC Esports at this moment in time, and they needed to prepare themselves for this fight against Inexorable Gaming. So need to try and maybe Inexorable Gaming need Charbel to kind of assist them here, get a couple of knocks maybe, and this might give them an opening to make their movement out of their little predicament. They are kind of getting gatekeeped here, but for MLC it's so difficult for them to do anything here because of Charbel. So it's kind of assisting Inexorable Gaming here, and this is going to be interesting into the map here, because Charbel using that smoke to his advantage. Just feel that MLC is just splitting up a little bit too much here. They need to try and take on these fights together. Maybe try and get Charbel out first, then take on the fight to NX. Maybe just push onto NX straight away. It looks like they're going to come up the mountain here. OMG's here to come to assist. What we'll just better do is he's still looking over towards Charbel's area here. But does NX spot out Charbel here? Do they know that there's 3 different teams though, or 2 different teams? Are they thinking that it's a full... No, they would have killed them, so they know it's 2 different teams. Hot Diggity and Viking are well aware of that, because Hot Diggity managed to get Apache. So I know there's 1 extra player here sitting around. Charbel pulls out, so does get tagged up there. And this, you can see, oh, here comes the shots over towards Viking. Gets it lock on towards OMG. And here comes Inexorable Gaming now. What can they do towards MLC Devils? And this is all splitting up for MLC Devils. This is not looking good for them. The flashes come out, the grenades coming out. Shots coming out here from Viking, trying to get the board till he gets seconds. Now, MLC, oh, it gets put down to a 1v2. Just better last member standing here for MLC as Inexorable Gaming come out to play, and Inexorable Gaming will take out the chicken dinner with 10 kills. Just biding their time. And a great game there, very interesting end there. And Charbel playing such a pivotal role for each team. But in the end, MLC couldn't take on both fights at the same time, and Inexorable Gaming takes out the chicken dinner in the end of the day. That is the 3rd round done. We can move on to our last round of the evening and see who will take out the last chicken dinner of the evening. But yeah, we'll take a couple of minutes break and we'll be back. Get it, get it. and it's heating up more and more as we get closer to the next week. I mean, this is day one. We've seen so much action in these last three games. As it stands, we have Mates Alliance Gaming against all odds, and Inexorable Gaming will be moving themselves into the champion battle for week number 2. That'll be on Sunday next week. And now the next game, 15 teams, will be on Miramar, and next tomorrow and Thursday we also have more games coming at you, another 4 games each day, and that'll be casted by my fellow caster Ellis Tomato. So come join tomorrow, as well as the guys that will continue to fight out for their top 16 spots, and then I'll come back on Sunday and join you guys up to see who takes those last 4 spots in the Sunday champion battle for week number 2, where we will revert back to all the normal points and normal elo system that will apply for the next 4 weeks thereafter, or sorry, 5 weeks thereafter. But everyone's jumping into playing for the last match of the day, so let's get going. Who's going to take it? Let's see. Playing path, fairly similar to even the previous playing path that we saw on Erangel, coming from the south to the north, just off the center of the map. Microtech Esports going to be jumping out straight away towards Tora, and we also have then Cruz going to be taken up by Born to Lead. Slick Daddy Club also going over their way towards, looks like it's going to be an Al Zahar standing, and the teams will continue to filter their way out now. Now Hacienda being a location that's going to be open, and funny enough, we got both inexorable teams that are left inside Hacienda stage. So similar ideas coming out here from the inexorable teams. Legends and the Smurfs now going to be making their way in there. So, and not a lot of them are opting to take on the fights as well. So Acid will land, Anonymous will take out a Hacienda, and it looks like Kaziwazi and Firestorm are looking to make their way, as well as Juzo also makes his way off here. So similar tactics coming out here from the Inexorable Gaming team, the collective team. We got Legends, we got the Smurfs, and obviously Inexorable Gaming, which is their main team, which is just qualified for the Sunday Championship battle, which starts next week. Circle shifts over towards the south, and just off center we got MLC Esports, which is inside Picardo area. Alongside Lost we have the Rusty Revolvers Gaming, and we also have the Team Diversity inside Los Leones. Impala going to be taken out by White Rabbit Gaming. They're going to be doing their White Rabbit Gaming things inside Impala, and MLC Devils and the Tunisian Rise is going to be very, very close here inside San Martin. Interesting to see what will happen here. Tunisian Rises did come for the first game, if I'm not, yes, they did come for the first game. Didn't land on the spot either, so just try and push a little bit of these teams outside their comfort zone inside this winner chicken dinner format. It's all about also making these teams uncomfortable in the early stages, kind of slip them up before they take on even more fights. M16 in the hands of Flame here. And we'll hear Yus9 making his movement. Yus9 not going to be in view just as yet. He's just waiting to hear what will happen here. Diablo throwing down as the smokes get rained up here. Diablo with the UMP. Going to be on top here. iFizzy going to take out Kipu and Flame, as Yus9 helping and assisting there. They're going to eliminate 2 members of Tunisian Rises quite early on here. And TNG and Diablo are going to be left right here. Now TNG going to take out Spurv from Los Angeles. As now S9 jumps out of the building here. Straight away going to turn and burn on towards iFizzy. Can he win out this fight? TNG with very low HP. S9 going to get taken up on the side, and Diablo going to finish that fight off, and MLC Devils will be out in 15th. They'll come back tomorrow to fight for their spot in the championship battle. very well versed team. Obviously, you know, it's been a while since these guys have also played as well. We also had Ramadan in our break as well, so I know a lot of these guys from the North African side of the world has also been celebrating Ramadan. So, you know, there might be a little bit of out of practice, you know, taking a little bit of a break. So I'm sure MLC Devils are going to come back full force tomorrow and get themselves and secure themselves a Sunday spot. Like I said, we'll be casted by Airless Tomato tomorrow and on Thursday, and I'll be back for the last 4 games on Sunday. As we continue, Smurfs look to leave quite early here and get themselves a spot. High voltage very much spread along the map here on the middle of the map. Anonymous. Now I'm going to take some shots over to Kinghorn. I know that these two, as far as I'm aware, Anonymous does stay with Kinghorn, so you know, it might be some words exchanged inside the household should something happen to Kinghorn or Anonymous, if they should kill each other. So a little bit of banter coming out there between them. As the Smurfs look to find a position inside this map. Sick Daddy Club coming outside of Al Zahar. We still got Intoro. We still got the Microtech Esports. Survivor Fighters sitting in La Cob. We also got Born to Lead and Cruise. Still a couple of teams having to make their way inside the circle, but no much hurry yet for them. This is back to default settings. What PUBG is deemed to be the correct esports settings, as they had you know, different settings in the beginning of the year. It's a little bit more slow paced in the beginning of the game, should we say. It allows these teams to get a little bit more loot, get themselves all looted up. You can see not many teams, not all of them, you know, just keeping themselves all. They know where they need to go. They know they had one less team inside here, so there's a little bit more space to move around. One team has already been eliminated, so there's even more space now. So, you know, the early engagements does seem to help out some teams as well. As Survivor Fighters get away from Custom, as Light takes his K9 and sees if he can try and get a headshot. That door has not rendered in those open. Now it has. Great job. High Voltage trying to get themselves together now as Milton and Hicken now team up, get closer to Alpavinco and Leeds. Practice Gaming. I think they're going to be a little bit disappointed, Practice Gaming, that they haven't won the chicken dinner yet. They were looking to get out quite early from the mentions on social media, and I think for Practice Gaming, it's, you know, time will tell if they can cross over that finish line. I mean, they are doing a lot of damage throughout the lobby, but just not able to keep the whole team alive for those end phases, as I mentioned in the previous match. So you know, let's just see what happens. Juzo is going to get taken out by King on there. Is now the fight between the two remaining inexorable teams. Anonymous now going to take out King on and Vampire. Anonymous trying to survive here for the Legends. Acid now trying to join. Last member standing here for the Smurfs. And I think he's going to go for the res. Does Anonymous know that he's going to go for the res? Acid's going to get dropped. The member of Anonymous, but now he's going to be very careful with a very low HP, but he's eventually going to get taken out there by Firestorm. And the Smurfs will get eliminated out in 14th position. They'll come back tomorrow and try and fight their way out as well. 4 games, no chicken dinners for them at this stage. Legends surviving here, as both of them will get raised up. No issues there for them. As Watchaba Gaming make their movement to Alabandita again. Sick Daddy Club taking the long route round, coming in from, obviously going to try and come in from south. Not many teams inside the south, so it's going to be interesting to see if this pays off for them. Could or just also yeet up to the north. Practice Gaming now taking some fights over towards the team diversity. I think they're busy trying to take out some wheels. Joe TV. Alpravinko will take out Firestorm as they have a good position on top of this hill here. Kaziwazi does get taken out by Hicken as they pull back. Whereas his Firestorm has been eliminated out of the lobby. Anonymous now going to try and see if he can get Kaziwazi up and about. He might be in view here. He is indeed. Alpravinko going to punish that one though. He was inside view. Juzo now, last member standing here for the Legends member, but being at this disadvantage of the aerial side, can he get to Anonymous in time? He was still exposed here, and he won't get to Anonymous in time. The bleed out was too much for him. Alpravinko is actually just going to try and push this one straight out. He's getting closer and closer here. Try and get and snuff out this team as quickly as possible. And you know, so far we've only seen South African teams qualify so far for the champion battle. Is this going to be the match where we see a North African team come through? Juzo is going to be under a lot of pressure as Alpravinko makes his way down the mountain. Alpravinko just gonna wait out Juzo here. As Juzo just, does he know that he's being stalked by Alpravinko? That's the question. You know, he's still inside the circle. He can wait it out. He can do what he needs to as it's moved up towards the north hand side of the map. So for Stick Daddy Club, they have to do a full reversal there, which is really unfortunate. Juzo gets put down to like 2 HP. And this grenade could come out here. Does he know where he is? Alpravinko just waiting this one out here. He's waiting for the information coming from Chris 8 though. Spots out Alpravinko, and this could be a knock here coming down. Does get down onto the floor and into the building. There's White Rabbit Gaming push up towards the hill here of high voltage. 2-2 split coming out here from high voltage, so need to be careful. Look at the split coming out here as Light will take out Joru. And this is what Fractus doesn't need right now. But Light doing a fantastic job. And this is what, you know, these little one situations that Fractus is putting themselves in, not really paying off in this format. They need to get the men forward and together to try and win out these chicken dinners. So it's interesting to see that Fractus is holding strong to this sort of gameplay. Fritzy just going to take some fire, frustrated that his teammate, you know, getting killed there. As Diversity now moves into the compound just above Wally. Rusty Revolvers, do they have vehicles this time? It would be helpful if they do. They should have some vehicles coming out of Los Leones. Is the truck that's there as well, so they should have a couple of vehicles coming out of there. It's pretty much calm for now. Calm before the storm. And where did this land? The Survive Fighter doesn't even know that this is here. I mean, there's 3 drops within the same vicinity here. 1, 2, 3. I don't think Biso knows that there's a drop. That's really unfortunate for Survival Fighters. And it's a very quiet game. You can see these guys are starting to try and adapt to the new format. I mean, it's only 1 week of this format, so for them it's not like we're going to carry this through to week number 2. Kritzy does get a knock on towards Kustum, and he will get raised there by Hyrex. No problems there for them. Good work there coming from Kritzy just to try and keep Kustum away from his compound. Does get spotted out there by Light, and Kritzy will pull back and met himself up there, get himself boosted with his energy drink. And Fractus still holding this 1-1-1 split in each compound. They can fall and collapse onto each other whenever needed, depending on where that circle goes. Want to move now system making their movement across now, and just seeing this all this movement happening here. Angles, Hunter X doing such a great job, but now they're going to move into MLC's path here, and Apache's on the opposite side of the motel. This is not going to pay off the light this time, and he's still crashes on towards us. Can he do it as well? Static for break, blown up there by Diggs, and he's not going to secure that kill. Apache will excuse me. As Hyrex now will be left alive here. Custom down to, remember, oh, that Apache will spot that one out. Hyrex gets eliminated there. Light in the same position he was in the first Miramar game. Can he win? Oh, movement. Can Apache win this fight? Light will win out the fight. MLC Esports will lose this one out as Team Diversity gets eliminated out in 13th position there. In the end of the day, OMG gets put down as well. One member for Custom left alive. Diggs trying all that he can here from his position. Working out for Fractus at this moment. The circle is shifted over towards them. A lot of rotations coming in from the southeast of the map. White Rubber Gaming, Stick Daddy Club rotating alongside each other. Going to be making their movement into Rusty Revolvers here. Opted still not to take the vehicles at this stage. And that's going to slow their movement in, but they're trying to come in quietly, it would seem, inside this chicken dinner format. And now Light will now move himself over towards his teammate, who's still bleeding out. Hyrex is going to get raised here. The grenade's going to come out, though, and the grenades are good here from MLC Esports, as now Microtech Esports is rushing past here. MLC Esports, and just better now needs to see what he can do against the members of Microtech as Frenchie now breaches the building here. Just better can win out the fight. Can indeed. Just better will pick up one of the members of Microtech Esports now. Sticken getting knocked out as well. Bowser, what can he do from his position? Can he make something play for his team inside this area? DJ Epic still alive here. One of the very good members whose rise in season 1 was Meteoric, and now Bowser will do great work there on towards the members of MLC. Now just left with just better, and it's not looking good here for crash comes out. Bowser will get knocked out straight away. 2 members survive here for MLC Esports. Microtech down to 1 member as GJ Epics now moves into the apartment building. The grenade's going to come out, doesn't get over that little ridge line, but that one will. And the grenade will come popping through, the Molotov rather. And that's not going to do any damage to just better at this stage. Great little fight coming out from them. As now the members of Rusty Revolvers are under a lot of pressure. Samadhi gets knocked out there by Crusade. Warlord inside the blue zone in phase 3. Not going to be too bad for him. He can make his way through this one. As now Fractus will eliminate Samadhi there. Kill points don't matter in a chicken dinner format. So White Rabbit Gaming not going to be too irritated with that. They're just going to know that that's all gone. And Warlord now in a very, very tough position here as he now needs to try and get himself inside the zone here. And again, for Rusty Revolvers, I feel like the lack of vehicles that they're not taking at the moment, they had the option, is kind of hurting them quite a bit here. Can Warlord actually make something out of this one? He could indeed make something out of this one. Oh, no. Fix will jump out and save his friend's life, and then they will continue on the way. Warlord will get eliminated out with Rusty Revolvers out in 12th. Sick Daddy Club get eliminated 11th as White Rabbit Gaming make their movement in towards the circle. High Voltage outside of circle just eliminated Sick Daddy Club with 10 kills. They're looking quite strong in this round. They've got all 4 members still alive, which is important for the end phase. That's what you want. You want all 4 members alive here. White Rabbit Gaming looking to try and see what position they can play out of this zone. Born to lead with 4 members. White Rabbit Gaming 4 members. High Voltage 4 members. Tunisian Risers, I think I've got 3 members. Yes, they do have 3 members. They need to start healing up as phase 4 ticking away and phase 5 about to pop off as well. Bisso for Survivor Fight is still alive here as right past them DJ Epic's working. Was he just gonna stay silent? No, he's gonna get run over. No, that's so unfortunate there for DJ Apex as Microtech eliminated out in 9th. Milton will run out over his teammate, and good little work there coming out from MLC Esports. Circle shifting down, and White Rabbit Gaming trying to play this one off. White Unknown's just looking to see what can he spot out on the side. He does spot out Critzy inside the building. The shots gives his position away a little bit, I feel, but he can pull back behind the little ridge line. Need to be careful here of High Voltage, does White Rabbit Gaming, but Diggs, they need to be careful because Diggs does not miss those shots. And he'll take out Chris Ed there, but he will get the res out straight away. They're looking good from that perspective. Circle encroaching, getting ever so closer. Alpravinko has spotted out MLC Esports in the little ditch. Hasn't spotted out Kustum, who's sitting inside the little shack area there. And we'll see what happens from here. Tunisian Rises does make it into the compound. Alpravinko has spotted them out as well. So some good map knowledge here for High Voltage at this stage, as we see where does the next zone pop off to. That's where we want to know, and it does shift down to the south, and I'm sure Factus and White Rabbit Gaming are going to be ecstatic that that's worked out for them. Soda makes his movement now. Unknown's going to make his movement across as well, so a lot of shots going to come over towards White Rabbit Gaming. Factus going to probably just hold inside the compound for now. They've got one member less. They know what they need to do. They can still win it from this position. And White Rabbit Gaming preparing for the next phase and getting themselves into some sort of position where they can play off for the next phase. This gets them a little bit more away from the members of High Voltage. Unknowns will take out Charles. But Chris Ed needs to be careful that he doesn't expose himself for too long. He's still got Diggs on the team. Charbel going to get flushed out of this lobby straight away. What does High Voltage want to do? High Voltage looking to take on the fight towards MLC Esports. Tunisian Rise is coming over the hill here, and this could be bad for the MLC Esports. Will get knocked out of the and get flushed out straight away there as Hicken will pick up that kill, but kills go bad. Vinko moves across the road and will take out both members of MLC Esports, and all along Custom will just continue to hide inside the air, and you'll leap when needed. Perex gonna be doing some good work here for his team. He needs to try and survive as long as possible. He could win it with a one-man chicken dinner. That would be awesome to see. As now High Voltage going to be put into a bit of a spot of bother here. They're going to need to eventually going to get pushed off of this mountain, and where do they go next? All four members alive, so they're going to be okay. They've got vehicles to play with as well, so for them it's no problem for mobility. And Bisso now going to be hearing the Tunisian Risers making their as the Tunisian Risers flip the Marauder. Can they get it back on all four? They can indeed, but Born to Lead are dealing the damage towards them, and this is looking so damaged. Bisso now going to take on the shots towards them. Will take out the ammo. TNG, the last member surviving. Can he do it? He does! Bisso will eliminate Tunisian Risers out in 7th. And he'll go down to his belly, but this is gonna hurt, and I don't think he has enough time. He doesn't, and Survivor Fighters will be eliminated out in 6th position. Born to Lead now need to make their movements into the area now. High Voltage, what can they spot of Factors? What can they spot of White Rabbit Gaming? What can they spot of Born to Lead, as Born to Lead now try and get themselves into the circle? Hicken looking around, trying to spot out something here for them. Who takes this round? Who does not continue on? Who wants to end their first day with a chicken dinner and not play until tomorrow? I'm pretty sure every single one of these teams, and these quite high value teams inside here, all finishing in the top 16. White Rabbit Gaming finishing off 3rd for last season. Factus finishing off 7th for last season. 6th, I think, was for High Voltage, was previously named Zerabyte Esports. Born to Lead finishing off in 4th position last season. All such good teams in this end of this lobby for our final game. Abdu has been knocked out there, as now Hunter X trying to make a wraparound here, but what can he do? He can't do much. He's going to have to just YOLO it to the shack, and it looks like that's exactly what he wants to try and do. What can he do against White Rabbit Gaming? The grenade is going to go out towards Chris Ed. The grenade's coming back at him. 30 damage gets dealt with the grenade. And Fix needs to be careful he doesn't expose him too much of himself towards Factus Gaming. So Hunter X is kind of safe here for now. unless the utility gets used really, really well. Good shot's going to come out here from Whitejabber Gaming as Unfixed now does peek over, but he needs to be careful. Fractus Gaming Kritzy straight away onto him. Instantly, Abdu gets knocked again. Stays off, trying to get a raise on towards Abdu as he beats out. High voltage coming in from the behind Whitejabber Gaming. Looks like they're going to try and take off this hill here, and that's going to be an epic player from High Voltage, and this is going to put Whitejabber Gaming under lots of pressure. Whitejabber Gaming noticing this straight away, now preparing this battle for the next phase, as now the smokes will come out here from Unfixed to try and cover off the High Voltage team members. Flashes coming out from Born to Lead, and Born to Lead are now looking to maybe push onto Whitejabber Gaming here as well. Kritzy will get out, knock out Milton there, as now Leet trying to get a bit further on towards this. Kushner coming in from behind. Wally going to get taken out here. Fractus gets put down to 2 members. This is unfortunate for Fractus Gaming, and this is all playing into the hands for Whitejabber Gaming, High Voltage, and Born to Lead. This is such tight games here. It's all, look at the angles that all these teams are trying to play off. Born to Lead, managing to play this little dip, knowing that Fractus Gaming is just going to be on top, holding them as much as possible. As Kritzy now looks to see what he can do across towards Fractus Gaming. He's got the MK14, and you know how good this man could be with his DMRs. And Kritzy just looking on to see if he can spot any heads that peek over these ridges here. Ooh, High Voltage sitting on top here. These teams are playing for everything. Unfixed will take out Stazel in the background as he shifts to a different location here. Really making a Born to Lead guess here. Not much utility left here for, in terms of lethal utility here left for Whitejabber Gaming. They're playing on the edge. Where does the circle pop to next? And I think Fractus Gaming are going to be the ones in pound seats. Indeed they are. They are in the pound seats. This is what you want to see. Fractus Gaming, can they hold it off? Whitejabber Gaming, Born to Lead, and half of High Voltage all need to make this movement, but High Voltage looking on towards where Whitejabber Gaming are. What does these two teams do here? Whitejabber Gaming need to make a decision now in exactly where they got mobility, they got the vehicles to play with. So does Born to Lead, and now they look to make the movement. It looked. Abdu did get into the vehicle. What did they do? And Fix looking to see what he can do. More flashes coming over the top here. Not much that they can play. Fractus Gaming going to have all good sightlines onto all these teams, but if they get crashed on by 2 different teams, going to make them it's going to make life a little bit difficult there for Fractus Gaming. This is all to see what happens here. Knowns going to take out Stazel, and that's going to be another knockback for Stazel. I don't know if they're going to be able to get that raised. It looks like they are. Hunter trying to survive. Soda making a dash now, but he's going to try and run over Lead, but is he able to do that? He's not able to do that. Lead's going to take him out, but Lone's trying to see what he can do now towards Lead, and there's just no space here to play for Whitejabber Gaming. Whitejabber Gaming are getting demolished, and it looks like they're going to be playing into the next end. They are coming back tomorrow in 5th position. They will go out, and want to Lead out of all of this, still all 3 members up inside that one, and they're still surviving. Great job here from Born to Lead. And look at the position. They know this is going to be tight, but I think Fractus Gaming have got this one in the bag. If they can win out the fights towards High Voltage, Kritzy and Diggs are going to have to play this one manic ones here. But are they aware of custom? Abdu almost getting taken out there. Oh, Kritzy, can he get the toe? He does get the toe. He does get the toe. And Born to Lead are going to get eliminated there for Born to Lead. And Whitejabber Gaming, it's just been so difficult to get into this next circle. And it leaves now pretty much High Voltage still with all 4 members. And they could be heading themselves into the next chicken dinner here. If Diggs has anything to say about, I'm sure, or Kritzy, they're not going to, but Custom and Perix, I mean, Majesty, Diggs does get a knock onto it, but this man is going to make life. Oh, but Alpravinko will spot out the custom team member there. And he's going to be playing on the edge, and the zone does kind of favor High Voltage. now, and it's going to be moving on to the last phase fairly shortly. The knocks are going to be so important here for Fractus Gaming if they can get it right. Yeah, it looks like Diggs is now going to make his movement over towards this last member of Custom here, and actually just it's been such a bother for Fractus Gaming throughout this match, and now it's a full-on fight now, 4v2. Fractus Gaming with the disadvantage of the man power. They do have the hard cover for now, but it is going to shift off of Fractus Gaming, and High Voltage are waiting in the wings. They're waiting inside the circle for Fractus Gaming to make their movement. 16 kills here for High Voltage. Really high kill game coming out here from them. But can Fractus Gaming put a stop to them? Can Fractus Gaming do anything here to swift the winds in their favor? Change their stance, change their luck into their favor. Can they do anything about High Voltage here? It's gonna be a tough ask, that is for sure. Smokes come out here from Kritzy. Seem to lag out quite a bit here with the smokes. We're gonna try and get that fixed for the next on Sunday. There's now Diggs now tries to make his movement forward. Alpavinko can still spot him out here, but here's the smoke wall coming out here. And the flashbang comes out. Molotovs, flashbangs, all the util getting used here. Oh, Kritzy will get Alpavinko. That's an important knock there from Kritzy. As we look at these smokes are literally dumping frames at the moment. Not sure why that's changed. Oh, Diggs can do something about this. Diggs gets a knock on. Yeah, can he do it? It looks like they will. No, they don't. High Voltage will take it, and was so close and put onto a 1v1 in the end. And what a ending to that match. High Voltage will take it out with 18 kills. Fractus Gaming just needed the manpower, and they probably would have taken it. That extra man, Joe, going out early. I think they're going to be very upset about that. They come out in second, but High Voltage will take the last chicken dinner of the evening. In third was Custom. In fourth, we had Born to Lead, and rounding up your top five was White Rabbit Gaming. And all these teams, except for High Voltage, will all come back tomorrow, where we'll see that all happen and play out. But a big thank you to everybody joining this evening. It's been an absolute awesome start to the season. Winner chicken dinner format has presented some interesting games, that must be said, and I must say much more action packed than I was expecting. So great turnout from the teams. Tomorrow we start it all over again, as well on Thursday, ending off on Sunday with this format, and then on next week for week number 2 we go back to our normal point system, normal elo system, and we start our 5-week journey to the group stages, and then from there we'll move on to our finals, where you get a share of that $1,400, sponsored by PUBG and We Buy Cars. Great thanks to them for coming on board with us. It's been an absolute pleasure having them on board with us. It's been great working with them. And yeah, guys, that is it for tonight. It's been an absolute epic evening. I really do appreciate everybody turning out this evening, as we just now quickly set off everything for the evening, get everything sorted. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure hosting for you guys tonight. Quickly get. But yes, guys, until Sunday for myself, I'll see you back on Sunday. Ellis Tomato will be with you on Wednesday and on Thursday for the next 8 games. But yeah, until then, guys, have a fantastic evening. And yeah, we'll check again. Cheers for now.